Hello, Way Home family on YouTube. It is Steffi coming at you from the Way Home in South Florida, and we are going to talk about it today. It is Monday, July 15th. We had a very interesting weekend for our country. Something has occurred which has shaken a foundation for a lot of people. It's a road too far. I keep hearing it's not who we are, but here's the interesting thing. It is who we are. This is who we are too. There is light and dark in everything. And if you remember, just almost 4 short years ago, we had folks who believed that it was incumbent upon them to go hang our vice president. Let's not pretend that this is not inside of us. And with the right language and with the right rhetoric and with enough conspiracy theories and enough actual events, quite frankly, people can be pushed into really hairy situation that they believe 100% that they are acting correctly. So let's be realistic. Let's recognize this is who we are on certain days. This is who we can be pushed to become. We have 300,000 years of human history to look back on. We've done some pretty horrific, heinous things to one another. We always have. It's part of the delusion of separation that we come here to the earth realm to experience. We come from perfection. We come from peace. That's our nature, ultimately. But we all choose to take on this avatar. We all choose to pierce the veil between perfection and chaos for a very specific reason. We choose to come into chaos so that we may better understand ourselves as the perfection that we ultimately are, that we infinitely are. I'm infinite. Yeah, I'm also Stephanie. She has a body. She has an expiration date tattooed on her bum. She's not going to leave 1 minute early or 1 minute late. After 30 years in medicine, I know everybody leaves in the moment they're supposed to. There's no such thing as early death. There's no such thing as sudden death. That's a construct of our expectation that things should be a certain way. There's nothing that should be a certain way. Life is a crapshoot from the moment we slide out of our mothers. That's the only should. This is a crapshoot. And I can laugh about that because I understand the necessary aspect of being so deluded by the illusion of form. It's necessary for us to believe that all of this is real, so that we can come here to learn the lessons that we come here to learn. But when you remember yourself to the original energy, when you recall and realign yourself with your infinite whatness, your infinite oneness, this is just an amusement park where we pick our rides. Some make us vomit, some make us giggle. Some scare the living daylights out of us. Some are gentle and easy. But at the end of the day, you hand in your ticket, you walk out of the amusement park, and you go back to home. You go back to where you came from. And it was all just an opportunity to experience yourself in myriad ways in an effort to grow and learn more about you. That's what this is. None of this is really real. I know it looks real. And there are those of you who just logged off and said, she's crazy. But if you're still here, if this resonates, if this feels like it's right somewhere deep inside of you, that all of this glitter and sparkle and horror here on planet Earth is really just an illusion, you're in the right place. Stick around. The Way Home is the place where we access the tools and the traditions from our ancestry and from nature to discover that oneness, to experience ourselves as our infinite whatness. There are tools in nature, there are tools in our ancestry, traditions in our ancestry that allow us the experience of going outside of the illusion of the 3D world of form and construct into the other dimensions, back to that thing from whence we all came. You can experience your infinite oneness. You can experience yourself as every other thing. There are no others. There are mirrors. Donald Trump is a mirror. Joe Biden is a mirror. Your spouse is a mirror. Your children are certainly mirrors. Your neighbor is a mirror. The girl at the checkout in Publix is a mirror. Just because we don't pay attention does not make it so. The scenarios are reflecting back a spectrum of human behavior. The news, the things that occur on a day-to-day basis are mirrors of our own light and dark proclivities, propensities, and tendencies. So pay attention. There's no other job besides our being aware and willing. Be aware to see your true self and willing to do whatever it takes to make that lighter, brighter, higher, and clearer. That's it. And when we do the work, we don't have to fear what's going on outside. It's all an inside job. You don't change the world. There is no the world. There's the 6-inch space between your ears where you create your world. And that's the world in which you live. Tend this with love and ferocity, and you will change your world. And when you change, everything and every other changes with you. Sometimes they leave. Sometimes they stick around and they're propelled into their own version of growth and healing. But there's nobody out there to fix. There's nothing out there to rectify. If you don't like something you see in your environment, it's a reflection of something you don't like inside of yourself. Look inward. The work is worth it. There's so many of us out here doing it. And there's a profound peace and calm and serenity in going inward. To cull yourself, to heal yourself, to work on yourself. And then the world changes. So that's what I have for today. Fear not, folks. It's all according to plan. You chose to be here for this specific moment in our human evolution. Enjoy the ride. It's going to be interesting. No doubt. So for today, you are so seen. You are so loved.